Hello guys, this is Abdurrahman one more time. I'm going to introduce the second session, level 8 inshallah this time. Now we have 3 parts to study today. We have the cinema part, the vocab, and we will end with the story part. So let's go. Starting with the cinema part, I'm going to explain why we are studying cinema and what goals we need to achieve through this part. We have like 2 or 3 goals to achieve. The first thing is we need to improve our listening skills so we can understand anything without the need of translation. And after that, we can also improve our pronunciation skills, and we have like to understand like more than one accent. So when you hear people speaking English, we have like different accents. We have to understand everything, so that will help. Now we will start with the cinema part. I will show you some cuts of a movie, and we will discuss the pronunciation rules in these cuts. Let's go and see the first cut.
There are some people in this world with extraordinary gifts.
Now, the actor said in this cut, there are some people in this world with extraordinary gifts. One more time. There are some people in this world with extraordinary gifts. That's what he said in this part. Let's go to the second part.
We don't ask to be special.
He said, we don't ask to be special. We don't ask to be special. We don't ask to be special. Let's go to the third cut.
We're just born that way.
But we were just born that way. But we were just born that way. So that's for the third cut. Now we are going to discuss or take care of a couple of things in these sentences. The first thing is the reduction. We have a reduction here in don't. The reduction is to reduce the number of words, like to mix up 2 words in one word. It's do not. We said it's don't. So that's a reduction. That's how to use the reduction in don't in the second cut. The next rule is the TH voice sound. We have 2 kinds of TH sounds, the voice and the unvoiced. The voice sound is when you have like a vibration in your vocals when you are saying this TH. Like in there, this, with, and that. There, this, with, and that. That's the voice TH sound. We have the third rule here is the hiccup T. The hiccup T, in the last cut, we have it in like, but we were just born that way. It said, but we were just born that way. But we were just born that way. We use the hiccup T when we have it in the T in the end of the word, and we have a vowel letter before it, like but and that. We have an A and U before the T at the end of the word, and we use it like this, but we were just born that way. That's the hiccup T. The last thing here is the rolling R. We have a rolling R in R, where, world, extraordinary, and born. These places we pronounce the rolling R. And how to pronounce it? We just roll up our tongue to pronounce it in a right way. So it's born, world, extraordinary, R, and where. That's the rolling R. One more time, I'm going to repeat all the rules here. We have a reduction in don't, do not, and we have the TH voice sound in there, this, that, and with, and also we have a hiccup T in but and that, and we have the rolling R in born, R, where, extraordinary, and world. That's for the cinema part. Let's move to the second part, the vocab part. Now, let's start with the vocab part. The second part, we will start with the first word, which is perceived. Perceived is a verb, the past form from the verb perceive, and to perceive is to have an opinion or to make an opinion about something. Like, I met this guy and I perceive that he is a smart guy. So I made an opinion about him that he is smart. So that's how to perceive. And we can also say, I perceive that this place is full of trash because it smells. Or we can also say, after I met those people, I perceive that they are good. So I made an opinion about this group of people that they are good. So that's how to perceive, and we will make an action for this word like this, perceive, because you made an opinion or you think about it. perceived, perceived, perceived. That's for this word. Let's move to the next word, which is ignorant. An ignorant, someone who doesn't have some knowledge or information about something, or he can't read, he can't write. So we can say this guy is an ignorant. We can use it for an example like people who don't know about technology and they don't know how to use internet are called by ignorance because they don't have knowledge about this. We can also say this guy is an ignorant guy because he doesn't know anything or he doesn't have any knowledge. That's for the word ignorant, and we can use an action for ignorant like this, ignorant, ignorant, because he doesn't understand, ignorant. That's for this word, and it's an adjective. The next word is religious. Religious is something related to your religion. You can say that like, this is my religious book, or this place is my religious place because I also pray, I always pray in this place. Or we can say like, mosques are our religious places as Muslims because we pray in this place, and that's the word religious, and it's an adjective to describe something. We can use an action for this word like this because of the holy book. We can say like religious, religious, religious. That's for this word. The next word is mentality, and mentality is your way of thinking or someone's way of thinking. Like we can say this guy's mentality helped him to succeed because he thinks in a positive way, or he tried to make his way. We can also say I like these people's mentality because they think in a good way. Or we can also say I need to improve my mentality or whatever. That's for the word mentality, and it's a noun. We can make an action for this word like mentality because it's your way of thinking, mentality, mentality. That's for this word. The next word is the verb hesitate. And to hesitate is to become not sure about something. Like, I'm not sure if I can do this or not, or I don't know how to do it. So someone hesitated is someone who can't make a decision, or he can't act, he can't do anything. He just is so hesitated about doing, shall I do this or not? No, I don't. So I don't know. That's the hesitated person because he doesn't have like confidence, or he doesn't know how to make a decision. So that's how to be hesitated. And the verb hesitate, we can make an action for it like hesitated, because not sure, hesitated, hesitated. That's for the verb hesitate. And after that we have the next word is insufficient. And insufficient is not enough. We don't have enough amount of this thing, so it's insufficient. Like I went to the shop to buy this shirt, but I had insufficient money. Or after I saw this shirt and I tried to buy it, I looked at my wallet, but I had insufficient money to buy it. Or I don't have or I have insufficient money to buy a car, or something like that. So that's for the word insufficient, and it's an adjective. The next word is indict. Indict. Indict is a verb, and to indict someone is to accuse him officially about doing a crime or something like that. So when I saw this guy, I indicted him for this crime because I saw what he did to the other guy, and to make like an official accusation about this guy because he did that. So that's the verb indict. We can say another example for it. 3 guys were indicted in front of the court of charges of robbery or something like that. So that's for the word indict. And we can say for indict like you don't have enough. Indict, we can make an action for it like indict, because you're introducing a paper officially for the police station or something like that. Indict, indict, indict. That's for this word. The next word is injustice, and it's a noun. And injustice is like, it's not fair. Like some people think that it's injustice to live in this place. Or after he went to the court and they they said the judge jailed him. He said that's injustice. He thought it's not fair to be jailed or to go to jail. That's injustice, and it's a noun, and we can use it. We can use an action for the noun injustice, like injustice. What is it for injustice?
Injustice.
An action, really an action. Injustice. You can say like this, it's injustice, like it's not balanced. Injustice. That's for this word. The next word is accuse. And accuse is a verb, is to indict someone but not officially. Like I accuse you that you did that, but it's not official. I just accuse you that you are the one who did this crime or did this thing I don't like. So I accuse you that you stole my money, something like that. That's between you and me. It's not officially. It's just something like I say that you are the one who did it. Or these people accuse this person of killing people, but that's not officially. They just say it in front of others. So that's for the verb accuse, and we can make an action for this like accuse. That's this word. The next one is justify. And to justify something is to make an explanation or to say why you did it. Like, I don't like what you did. You need to justify your actions. Or when you go late to your job or your work, your manager or your boss asks you to justify why did you come late. That's a justification. Why you need to justify this? Why did you come late? So that's how to justify. It's a verb, and we can use an action like this: justify, because they say why. Justify. That's for this word. The next word is dramatically, and dramatically is an adverb, means something so dramatic, like your actions you are acting dramatically, like your actions are full of drama. What are you doing? That's an example. And you can also say this guy fell down dramatically, like he fell in this one. Oh, that's like in some way full of drama, like he's acting or something. So that's for this adverb. And we can make an action for it like dramatically, like you're recording a movie or something like that. You can make it like this: dramatically. The next word is aggressively, which is an adverb also. We can say aggressively like someone who doing something like is full of violence or something like that. Like after he came to his place, he just pushed this guy aggressively, like in a hard way or something like that. Or he punched him aggressively. He's dealing with people aggressively, like he just don't like to talk with people with ease. That's for aggressively, and we can make an action like this: aggressively. That's for this word. The next word is tender, and tender is an adjective. We can describe something like tender. Tender means gentle or something like that. Tender is something, or you can, if you are talking about something soft or something like that, you can say it's tender. Like I like her tender arm, like her soft arm, or something like that. So we can also say I like to eat some tender meat because it's too soft. That's for this adjective, tender. And we can use an action like tender, like this: tender, because it's tender. That's for this one. The next one is pump. It's a noun. And to pump something is, or a pump, the noun, sorry, the pump itself, which used to move or push some gas or some liquid through something, like the injection. We used to pump it, or the pump of the water. We use this pump to move this water. That's the noun pump, and we can use it like this: some pump, 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 pump. That's for this word. The next word is lack, and the lack of something is like I have the lack of patience or something like that, because I don't have enough patience, or I have or the lack of money didn't help me. Like I don't have enough money, so I couldn't do this thing. Thing. That's for the noun lack. Or we have the lack of knowledge here in Egypt. Like not all of people know things or have knowledge. So that's the word noun. The next we can use lack like it's two level, like lack, lack, lack. That's for this word. The next word is beg, and beg is a verb to ask someone for something too much or something like that. Because I beg you to forgive me. So that's for the verb beg. We can also say I beg your pardon, like an idiom, because excuse me, like something like that. That's for the verb beg, and we can use an action for it like this: beg, beg, beg. That's for this word. The next word is infectious. Something infectious is something that can infect you. If you like, we can say flu is infectious. If you were sitting with someone who had flu, it can infect you. So flu is infectious. And you can say also like sadness is infectious. If you sat in a place with all people, with a lot of people, they were all sad. You will feel sadness. So sadness is infectious because it can transfer from one to another. So that's infectious, and it's an adjective. For an example, we can say sadness is infectious, or negativity is infectious. And we can also say stay away from me, your disease is infectious, you can infect me. So that's for this word. And we can use an action like this, infectious, like to prevent someone to stay next to you. Infectious, infectious, infectious. That's for this word. The next word is shell. And shell is a noun, means like the shell of a turtle, or some animals will have shells to protect it. So that's the shell. We can use this noun shell, like the turtle uses its shell to protect herself, to protect itself. And we can also say this shell protected me, or something like that. That's for this word, and you can use it like this: shell, shell, shell. That's for this word. The next one is stroke. Stroke is a noun here, means something changing in your blood, moving in your veins. Like I have a stroke, like my blood all collected in this place and made a stroke. I have a stroke, or he died because of a stroke in his heart. That's for the noun stroke. And we can make it like this: stroke, stroke, stroke. The next and the last word is sneak. And to sneak is to move in some place without someone seeing you. So you are just sneaking, like you are doing this. You are going to rob this place, so are you sneaking around it? Or you can sneak, like get inside this place without being seen. We can make an action for it like this: sneak, because you are moving slowly and checking if someone is watching you. That's for the verb sneak. So that was all the vocab today. I'm going to repeat all of it one more time so we can know it and repeat it and get the pronunciation as well. So perceived, ignorant, religious, mentality, hesitate, insufficient, indict, accuse, justify, dramatically, aggressively, tender, pump, lack, big, infectious, chill, stroke, sneak. That is all the vocab today. Thank you for listening. Let's move to the third part, the story part. The third part, we have the story about Johnny. The last time we started it, the guy who is having a lot of problems in his life. Now we stopped at when Johnny's father was arrested and he went to jail. So now we are starting when Johnny went to him to bail him out or to help him. Let's go. Johnny's father perceived that Johnny didn't want to help him and bail him out because he was an ignorant. He wasn't a religious person, and that's why he did a lot of mistakes. And his mentality didn't allow him to fix things. And his son Johnny was hesitated. He didn't know if he has to help him or just let him in his problem, or just let him in this problem. His father indicted him and accused him of injustice. Johnny tried to justify his actions and why he couldn't help him, and tell him that the money he had was insufficient to help him, but he didn't listen. Johnny went back to his home and told his mother with what happened. And his mother, after she heard that, she fell down dramatically. And then she opened her room, aggressively searching for an injection to pump poison to her blood. She wanted to suicide, like to kill herself. She opened her room aggressively, searching for an injection to pump poison to her tender arm. Johnny felt the infectious negative energy in his house, and he had the lack of motivation to beg her to stop killing herself. He was so nervous, and he survived the stroke hit him. And after that, he collected all his stuff in a handbag, looks like a shell, and he sneaked out of his house. So that's the story for this time about Johnny. We can say it one more time, starting when Johnny went to his father in jail. Let's go. Johnny's father perceived that Johnny didn't want to help him and bail him out because he was an ignorant. He wasn't a religious person, and that's why he did a lot of mistakes. And his mentality didn't allow him to fix things. And his son Johnny was hesitated he didn't know how to help him or just let him in this situation. His father indicted him and accused him of injustice. Johnny tried to justify his actions and why he couldn't help him, and tell him that the money he had was insufficient, but he didn't listen. Johnny went back to his home and told his mother about what happened in jail, and his mother fell down dramatically. And then she opened her room aggressively, searching for an injection to pump some poison to her tender arm. Johnny felt the infectious negative energy in his house, and he had the lack of motivation to beg her to stop killing herself. He was so nervous, and he survived the stroke hit him. After that, he collected all his stuff in a handbag, looks like a shell, and he sneaked out of his house. That was the third part and the story part. We have ended all things today.